Hey everybody, welcome to summer recruiting season. If you haven't figured that out by now, it's been a busy week around recruiting circles, and again, I love doing these individual, I guess, evaluations, breakdowns after kids commit, and I'm about four behind already this week, so I definitely wanted to set a little time aside and get after some of this stuff. So again, it's busy time of year. I've been hitting various camps. A couple of you seen, or some of you have seen that I've done some 7-on-7 stuff already. That's going to continue going into July. I'm going to Illinois State for a camp this Saturday. 4th of July, I'd be a little quiet like it usually is around that week. Then once we get past 4th of July, 5th of July, I'll be back on the camp circuit. I'll hit some various high school things, as well as the FCS, Southern Illinois, Illinois State, Western Illinois. Still waiting to hear if Eastern Illinois is going to have a camp. If they do, I'm planning on going down for that as well. So definitely busy time of year. But again, want to get into the recruiting side as well. Now, just to give you an overview of what's going on, for the FBS level schools, this is really the last contact week before they shut down and go back into team mode and start focusing on getting ready for the season. And it also means this will be the last weekend for official visits at that level. So between the official visits, ramping up of camps, schools really getting to finally evaluate kids, a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces right now. That's why things are very busy in the recruiting world. Really not as busy as I wish they were here in the state of Illinois. But again, we are starting to see more and more kids make college decisions faster. And again, I'll get into that a little bit. So I want to give you an individual breakdown, and I'm going to do these all separately so each kid kind of gets their own feature. Start with Jalen Handford, outside linebacker from Warren Township. Jalen is a kid that beginning of his high school career, I believe he was in Kenosha, Wisconsin, if I'm not mistaken, but I know he was a transfer into Warren last year. Transferred in and then basically got caught up in COVID and the whole COVID shutdown. So basically wasn't able to get on the field until this spring, but Jalen a few days ago committed to Central Michigan. The Chippewas, I give Central Michigan a lot of credit. They got on Jalen very early, stayed on him, didn't back off, and Jalen had a lot of interest. And I tell you, I really like this commitment for Central Michigan for several reasons. First of all, Jalen's listed at 6 foot 224. Gonna get bigger, gonna get stronger. I can see him getting the 6'1", probably, maybe stay around that 230 range. I think he's really versatile. He can play inside or outside. He has the speed and the coverage ability to play outside. And I mean, I think eventually even in some situations you can put him with a hand on the ground and make him an outside pass rusher. Just a really talented, athletic kid that I think really went under some recruiting radar screens. And again, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm going to continue to reference this because it really is an incredible kind of shame that there are some really good kids out there. And Jalen is certainly in that class of someone that I thought should have gotten a better shake out of the recruiting process. Well, he's going to Central Michigan on a full ride. So, hey, things have definitely worked out for Jalen Handford. But, this is a kid that I think could have gotten much more looks, much higher level looks. I thought, Mac is a good fit for him. I think Central Michigan's a good fit for him, but I'm surprised there weren't more schools pursuing him. I know he was hearing from, I believe it was Purdue, and there were a handful of Big Tens that were showing somewhat interest in him, and it just kind of never came to fruition. And that's been one of the big issues right now is, a lot of these schools are inviting kids, especially 22s, from an FBS standpoint, and even honestly from an FCS standpoint, for the most part, in most cases, they've already moved on from 22s. If you're a 22 and you have scholarship offers either at the FBS or the FCS level, you better not wait. You better figure things out and commit. And I give Jalen a lot of credit. His family and whoever else has been helping him gave him really good advice, because I think the last thing you want to do is lose an offer from a program, a really good program in Central Michigan and the MAC. So what does he offer? Again, really good instincts. Physically, he's He's got good speed. He's got good size. As I mentioned, he can be very versatile. He's strong enough, big enough to play inside, but he can also run really well and cover well. And I've seen Jalen a handful of times. He's been at a couple of different camps that I've had. And again, just really impresses. Every time I see him, he's an impressive kid. Smart, intelligent kid, and nice discussions with him. I got to know him really well. And again, I just think this is a terrific fit for Jalen. I think it's a great fit for Central Michigan. And I mean, I like Jalen's potential down the road as well. I don't think he's going to be a kid that goes to Central Michigan and we don't hear from him for a while. I think he's got a shot to, if he continues to progress and improve the way he has, kind of similar in my opinion, from I think a kid that could have a lot of success at the college level. I think of Malachi McNeil, another Warren linebacker who ended up going to North Dakota. I fully expect Malachi to be an impact player for North Dakota, probably early on. I wouldn't say a true freshman year, but maybe after that, maybe having a chance to make an impact. And Jalen, very similar. I just think Jalen has more physical tools and potential at the FBS level than Malachi. Malachi was just more of a size deal. I think really held him back. But Jalen, I think what's going to be interesting is I think Jalen and Warren Township in particular, I think they're going to have a huge year this fall. If you're on the premium side, and darn it, you should be. I already put out my early preview of Warren Township, and they're stacked. And what's scary about this Warren team, and again, I don't want this to turn into a Warren breakdown, but I think the defense has a chance to be really, really good. I think potentially could be as strong as maybe the last 2 or 3 years. We'll see. There's more of a growth that has to happen there to get compared to those other defenses. But I think talent-wise, and Jalen's a big part of this, I think talent-wise they can end up being really strong. And then one last thing on Warren, offensively, I think this team's got a lot of upside offensively. I think this 2021 team in the fall could be better offensively than we've seen in a while out of Warren Township. So I'll let you mull that over. But Jalen is a kid that I think in the fall, if there are openings, and again, this is where it gets tricky because a lot of these bigger FBS, say the Big Ten, a lot of them are already full. So a lot of them are out recruiting. Let's say they're recruiting preferred walk-ons right now. A lot of kids they're talking to, a lot of kids they're staying in touch with. But, for the most part, it's these same Big Ten schools that are building up their preferred walk-on list. I think Jalen's a kid that's going to get some early looks at that fall tape. And if they see what they like, wouldn't be surprised to see a school or two come in and try to continue to recruit Jalen, maybe pull him away from Central Michigan. So again, Rivals just ranked him a 3-star. I totally agree. Again, he's right now he's on the lower end of the 3-star. I think he's more of a mid 3-star when it's all said and done. But again, I like his growth and his upside. He's not physically just locked in. He's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger and improve. And again, playing at Central Michigan and playing in the MAC, I think he's a kid that can wind up having a really nice impact on that program. So a lot to like from Jalen Handford, who, again, committed to Central Michigan. So there you go. One down, many more coming your way.